No, the title is not clickbait. This did actually happen. This is the story of how I lost £10,000 and got a tattoo as a result. Let me tell you exactly how. ChrisMD is a football YouTuber with over 5 million subscribers. I was fortunate enough, if you can call it that, to be involved in his most recent video. What if England's Euro 2020 penalties were taken by England fans? Let me just say before we get into this, I've left a link to the original video in the description if you want to go and check that out first. Now, the premise of the video is very simple. 2 teams of 5. If you score more penalties than the other team, you're all good. 2 of your team will walk away with £10,000 each as a reward. But on the other hand, 3 members of the losing team will have to do a forfeit. Shaving your eyebrows, being a nude model, or even getting a tattoo were all potential options. The forfeits and prizes were decided before the shootout thanks to this lovely wheel, so we knew exactly what we were playing for and what was at stake. 2 of my teammates spanned before me. Now, Sam unfortunately landed on nude modeling. I say unfortunately, I was pretty happy, not gonna lie. And Alex landed on shaving his head. So that meant that when it was my turn to go and spin the wheel, I was feeling pretty good. And I actually even said this.
I'll tell you what, this wheel's looking decent, isn't it?
Oh, don't say that.
I mean, as you can see, the only forfeit left was the tattoo, and there were 2 sets of £10,000, so my odds were pretty good. Now look, yeah, you can probably work out what happened, but yeah, I'll play the footage anyway.
Oh, that's a light spin.
Oh my god, it's tattoo.
So yeah, there you go. Somehow I landed on the tattoo. Feels pretty good. £10,000 down the drain, and now I was facing the prospect of getting a tattoo I didn't want because of losing a penalty shootout. Right then, into the penalty shootout, and I decided to go first because, you know, get it over and done with. If I miss, I'll miss. You know, it's only first. There's still time to claw it back. But this happened. Big John, a very good goalkeeper in goal. Going to be tough. But, you know, feeling pretty confident. I wasn't actually that nervous at this point. Because, you know, going first is it's not too much pressure, not too much on the line. But look at John there. Little mind games, trying to put me off.
Oh my god.
Smashing the crossbar.
Come on, mate.
But there you go. Not the best, not the worst pen. It was in the corner. It went in. Next up, we've got Jamie, who was going first for the other team. Team 2. Now, when that happened, I had no idea what had gone on. I thought that John had saved it. But, you know, unfortunately, as you'll see,
it did go in. Genuinely, it went in.
Looking at the replay.
Chris, it did. You have to check the footage. That went in. 100%. 100% it went in.
I feel like I should be the referee here. No, oh wait.
He gets a hand on it, and it bounces in, then comes back out. So it was a goal. Lucky, but it was one. All right, next up, back on my team, we've got Alex. Now, his ball like rolled down into the penalty spot, so we thought he was going to scuff it and miss. But lovely strike, great goal. Decent little baller, Alex. Great pen. So as it stands, we're 2-1 up. Next up, Reeve. Now his forfeit was also potentially going to be the tattoo. And John saved it. Good save. Not the best pen, but you know, good save. So at this point, like, we're now ahead. Got Chris coming up next, who's an excellent penalty taker, as I'm sure you lot know. So I'm feeling pretty good now. I'm like, well, I'm not going to get this tattoo, am I? But hey, let's see what happens. Here we go. And it's a great pen. If the goalie guesses the right way and you still score, it's a great pen. Other team are gutted. That means that we're now 3-1 up, looking very good. It's only 5 penalties each. Theo's next up for their team. At this point, ultimately, he kind of has to score already. If he misses this and it's just 3-1 flat, then we have pretty much certain to win.
Nail it, top bins. I'm going to rifle it so far into the top corner, it could break the net.
If he misses and I score, that's it, yeah. Oh
that's
my
it.
God, this is... Yeah.
I'm shaking a bit here.
So up he steps. Look at me, I'm just nervous. I'm like, please miss, son. What can you say about that? What can you say? It's an unbelievable penalty. And look, obviously he's good at penalties, but that's a bit ridiculous. Right in the bin. Genuinely, like, no goalie in the world is saving that, no matter how good you are. Ridiculously good penalty. Next up, Pi, the GOAT. He was playing for 10k, so if we won this shootout, he would have got £10,000. So a lot of pressure. Here he comes. He was so nervous before, and unfortunately, it's a good save from John again, to be fair. It's unlucky. Hit the target.
This might be going on again.
Pray.
The show goes on.
Now, when Chris said that, I clocked. I was like, oh my god, of course. I went first. If we draw, say it's like 3 or 4 or whatever, then what happens in penalties is it goes back around to the first person again, and it's just sudden death until someone misses. So I was like, oh yeah, now I'm going to have to go again, aren't I, in a second, if this is a draw? And I've already taken a penalty. The goalie knows where I want to go. So I was like, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? Let's just hope that the team screw it up and that we just win, but hey, let's see what happens. Another great penalty.
And it's sudden death already. Great pen. That's an outrageously good pen.
Just a great penalty, and as you can see, look, that was to make it 3-all. So now it's just completely even, and it's just completely sudden death already. Here we go. Next, got Sam. He's facing the same forfeit. Nude model, man. It's so tough. None of us knew, but this was 3 hours of nude modeling. If we lost. Well, for whoever lost. Great pen. Straight down the middle. Hit hard. I love it, Sammy. Good strike. Ooh. John nearly saved it, to be fair. He got a glove on it, but good strike.
If the keeper saves this, I'm bailed out.
Connor has to score to stay in with a chance of the best October bonus he'll ever receive.
This is it then. Up to Connor. If he scores it,
Come on, Connor.
we go to sudden death. If he misses, we win. And I don't have to get a tattoo.
So easy.
Good pen.
John went so early.
John gambled on it. Didn't pay off. And then
Maybe then John takes them against himself.
it's back to me. And at this point, I'm like, where am I going? Seriously, like, I've already done my penalty. It was okay. It wasn't great. It went in. The goalie knows I want to go. Do I change it up? Do I stick with what I did before? Who knows?
Come on, Jack. This is yours.
At this point, I'll be honest, I didn't even know where I was going. I mean, look, I've taken better penalties in my life before. That's probably the worst penalty I've ever taken in my life. It was shambolically bad. That's all I'll say. But, you know, I wasn't expected to take 2. So, look, now we got Jamie coming up. If he scores, we've lost. Big pressure on him, to be fair.
I can't feel my legs.
There you go.
He's missing it. He's missing it.
John was close as well. Got a glove on it again. But there you go. That's it. Gutted.
Sorry, everyone. I'm gonna have to get my cock out. Not now. I'm a 10 tattoo. It is. It's great because I have loads of tattoos anyway.
And to think I wasn't going to rock up.
It's true. I'm covered in tattoos. I was really delighted to, as you can see, they're all over my body. I was really delighted to have to go and get another one. Oh wait, no, I've never had a tattoo in my life. I never plan on getting one. Look, it's not ideal, but it's part of the video. It's got to be done.
On to the forfeits.
All right, so here we are. My forfeit. This place is like miles away, by the way. It's a good little tattoo shop, not going to lie.
Tattoos, Jack, for this point.
As you can see, I'm covered in them.
Yeah.
But I'd like to get it on the bottom of this foot.
I've heard that's really painful.
Yeah, me too.
So, but you're still going. I think it's the best place for hiding it.
So yeah, I really wanted to get it up on my foot because obviously I don't want to like have Chris's merch. That's what it is, by the way. His number 10 is his merch company, his like apparel sports. Didn't really want that on a visible part of my body, so I wanted it on the bottom of my foot. Now, to be fair, these tattoo artists did not want to do it there. They didn't want to give it to me there because You're not really supposed to have tattoos on the bottom of your foot. They fall off and fade pretty easily. That's kind of the reason I wanted it there, though. I don't really want a number 10 tattoo on my body for life. So we had a little bit of discussion, but thankfully in the end, they were happy to do it. So there you go. Lying down, I look like I'm about to do something stupid.
Do you think that you would get any other tattoos in your life, or is this it for you?
Depends. I'm a masochist. I love pain.
And you know, I wasn't actually joking. I do love pain. And I'm a masochist. So there you go. Now, I don't know, by the way, why is my foot so yellow? Does anyone know? I do wash my feet. Anyway, so there you go. Look, that's the stencil right there, ready to go. At this point, I'm like, it's pretty large. Larger than I would have thought. But hey, we're going to go with it. Going to roll with it, see what happens. I mean, look, you hear that noise. You hear that noise and you're thinking, I've never had a tattoo before. Is this going to be like insanely painful? Is it going to be fun? I'm going to love it. It's a pretty scary noise anyway. So there we go. It starts. It's honestly not as bad as I thought, but it still was pretty painful. And there you go, pretty much done at this point.
Oh my gosh.
He did a really good job, to be fair. A really good job.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I was like. It looks really sharp. It actually looks really good.
It's kind of cold, by the way.
So I'd say it took about like an hour roughly, maybe a little bit longer. But I was there for ages. And to be fair to Joe, the tattoo artist, he did a fantastic job. So fair play to him. It's a bit of a weird one because like obviously he loves tattoos. I don't. I didn't particularly care how it looked, but when it looked as good as that, I was like, you know what, fair play to him. He's obviously very good at what he does.
Left or right footed, by the way?
I'm right footed.
You're right footed.
Yeah.
Well,
I reckon your left foot's like 10 times better.
maybe. Yeah.
So there you go. That was it. That was how I lost £10,000 and also got a tattoo as a result. Not one of my best days, but it was a fun experience. Now to end off this video, I thought that I'd let you guys ask me some questions on Instagram about the whole experience, how painful it was, how the video went, etc, etc. And I've got quite a few of your questions here from Instagram, and some of them are terrible, but some of them are pretty good. So let's get to them. All right, so here's what I posted on my Instagram. If you don't follow me, by the way, links in the description. Ask me any questions for an upcoming video, and a few of you had some good ones. All right, so first up, what and where is your tattoo? So yeah, as I said, it is a number 10 logo for Chris's merch, sporting apparel. If you want it, I'll chuck it in the description below, probably the least I can do. But yeah, it's on my foot, on my left foot. And to be fair, it has actually faded quite a lot, as I'd hoped. Kind of, it does come off when they're on your foot. They kind of do fade away. Even though it was a proper tattoo, it wasn't fake, as you saw in the vid. It was all legit. Yeah, that's it. So it's on my foot, number 10. Right. You think you're funny, do you, pal? Arse tattoo. Maybe in your dreams, but not in mine. Show us your tattoo and buy something off the number 10 store. Look, just because I've got a tattoo doesn't mean that I'm now going to buy something. All right, look, the clothing's all great, fair enough, but I'm already branded with the merch now. I don't need any of it myself. Surely, I've done enough already. Okay, how large is it now? I presume that you're talking about the tattoo here. But yeah, it's not actually that big, to be fair. It was actually going to be larger than it ended up. We were like, can we make that a bit smaller? Because he had, honestly, the bloke had it like that big. I was like, that's barely going to fit on my foot, fella. So it's, I don't know, guess about that big? How many inches is that? 10? Yep, okay. Now, Big Sam, who was actually in the video on my team himself, has said, how's the tattoo looking now? You know what? I'll put a little screenshot up on screen. It's faded a lot. It has. I've been doing quite a lot of running. Had quite a few bars, not going to lie. My aim is not to have it on forever. That was never the aim, and that's the reason why I settled it on my foot in the first place. So yeah, it's looking pretty good if you ask me. Not looking good if you're a fan of tattoos, but for me personally, I'm pretty happy where it's at right now. It probably should be gone in, I don't know, a couple of years, maybe it'll fade away entirely. Now again, Jamie, who was on the other team, he was the bloke who scored 2 out of 2 penalties. To be fair, both decent. Well, I say that, they're both pretty bad. The second one was good. First one, you got lucky, pal, and you know you did. It's not a question, but scoring 2 out of 2 pens isn't for everyone. Yeah. I mean, what do I say to that? What do I say? Bottled it. That's all I can say. And then finally, Big John, the goalkeeper who ruined my life by saving my second penalty, has said this. You think you're funny, mate? You think I'm going to go to a Chelsea game after what you've done to me with you? Are you sure? But yeah, genuinely, whenever you want. I'm always keen. I go to quite a few games. So yeah, whatever, pal. Hit me up. So then, yeah, that's it. That's it for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly didn't. If you want to watch the original video and you haven't yet seen it, please do check it out on screen right here. Like, it's a good video. Chris only makes like one a month, so definitely don't just watch this. Go and watch the original. Please show it some support. Get that in the comments and say that you feel sorry for me, because I feel sorry for myself. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for my daily videos. And yeah, cheers, Chris, once again for the invite. It was fun until it wasn't. Nice one.